Isn't it nice when you find a curriculum you like and you want to keep using it? Today I'm going to share with you what some of those are in our home. All About Spelling is a non-negotiable in our homeschool. We are going to push pause on advancing. We're actually going to go back and kind of do a lot of review this fall, just making sure that we have those rules down. So we'll be reviewing levels 1, 2, and 3. This also includes my youngest son, as he is just kind of going through those, but he already has some advantage in some things. So I think he's going to speed up through some of those too. I just want to make sure that we have those down really good before we move on. All About Spelling has also recently come out with a colored addition to these, and so I am planning to get just a couple of those things to enhance our learning and not make it feel like we are just going back through it, but including some colorful games and cutouts that'll make it more exciting. Grammar Galaxy, we started earlier in the summer and we are about halfway through it. We are going to continue using Grammar Galaxy, and this is our first year really doing grammar in our homeschool. And so my oldest is in 5th grade and he really hasn't done much. I think if I did ever start anything before, I never really completed it, and I just couldn't be convinced that like a 1st or 2nd grader needed to know the different parts of speech or how to do all of the different things. Like, we did a lot of copy work, but why do they need to know what an adjective is? Instead, let's read and let's learn the English language by hearing it and by reading it. And that's what we've always focused on before. So now we're doing Grammar Galaxy. It's primarily for my 5th grader, but all the others are joining in because it's a great family subject. And my 1st grader is actually catching on to a lot. Doing so well. We're really enjoying it. It's a really fun way to introduce grammar, low pressure. I'm all about it at this point. We are also still using Form Fitness, and this is health and fitness from a biblical worldview. And so it's a brief health lesson that's on your computer, or if you can cast it to your TV. And then they do a workout program that is good for life, that teaches them how to take care of their bodies. I really enjoy this. And when we run out, like, it is a lifetime access when you get access to it, and it'll keep your grades on it. And if we get through all of the lessons this year, because we only use it like once or twice a week, more in the winter when we're unable to go outside, if we get through it, then we'll probably just start over, because it really is just a way to keep moving your body, and they could always re-listen to those lessons too. So highly recommend this one. Yes, I'm the crazy mom that is doing 3 different maths in our homeschool. But let me explain. I love generations math, but they only have K through 2nd. They only have K through 2nd out currently. So only my youngest son is able to actually do generations math. But I love it. I wish I would have had it for all of my boys. It is my favorite one to recommend. And so he is doing the generations math. Also, he's a bit ahead of it in it for his age, and so I am going through Life of Fred with him too. Life of Fred has been a math curriculum we have used since the beginning and have really loved. All of my boys have done it. It's kind of like a family culture thing in our house at this point. So we are going back and forth between Math 2 and Life of Fred with him, because I just don't need him. He's in 1st grade actually, and I don't need him completing Math 2 right away. So we're just gonna do both of them, because why not? Then my older boys, they got to a point in Life of Fred where I needed them to pause because they were getting too advanced, and so we tried Apologia. We've really been enjoying that. I think it's good extra practice for them. The twins especially love Apologia level 3. Like, it is a great way for them to play games and interact and help each other, and then they just split up the work because I only have one workbook for them, and that is going really well. So they are going to continue using Apologia. My 5th grader though is loving Apologia a little bit less, so loving's not really the word, but he is learning a lot. However, as soon as he is done with this 5th grade book, which he's been doing for a while now, he's going to go back to Life of Fred for a while too, and then we'll see, because I haven't used Life of Fred in the upper grades, and so as long as I feel like he's advancing, we'll continue to use it. And if I feel like he needs to go back to something else like Apologia or a different thing, maybe we'll do that in the future. But those are the 3 math curriculums I really like. Here you go, I'll just pop them up there so you can see them again. I really like these math curriculums. For history, we are using picture books. I love learning history through living books, but we are using this book, Learning History Through Literature, as the books that I picked out. I got them from there because we're kind of going chronologically through US history right now. So we're in the early 1900s currently. And so I went through and picked out several of the books from there. I have them in our library basket back here, and we are going through that. So like World War I, the Great Depression, and then we'll hit World War II eventually as well. And we are using those books. Now, also, we love Crazy Cool History Podcast by Angela Odell, and she actually has on her website where you can get the order of those podcasts chronologically, because she doesn't put them out chronologically, but you can find what episodes belong where if you wanted to do it chronologically. So we are doing those about once a week, like either during lunch or when we're in the car going to get groceries. My kids really enjoy those podcasts, and that really helps to reinforce it too. There's also, in learning history through literature, activities that you could include. They may be games from that time era, food from that time era, other things that you could do. And so I'm going to keep an eye on those too to see if there's some of those things that we want to do also. For handwriting, we're doing the same thing that we've always done. And you can see that in this video here where I explain what we do for handwriting in our homeschool. That hasn't changed. See you next time. Bye.